I'm Ty Pennington. We're closing the book on a season of everyday heroes. This week, we're honoring a hero who inspires the kids in his community to believe they can become anything they set their minds to. Firefighter, doctor, professional. And he believes that with the power of education, anything is possible. And the renovation starts right now. So guys, Polly, Paige, Michael, and Ed, we are traveling through Indianapolis, Indiana, on our way to meet the McFarland family. It's Bernard and his three boys, Dominique, Curtis, and Courtney. Bernard's an amazing dad who's raising three boys in a really tough neighborhood. But he inspires not only his kids, but so many people. Take a look at this tape and you'll see why we're here.
Hi, ABC, we're the McFarland family. I'm Bernard, the dad.
I'm Dominique, I'm 15.
I'm Curtis, I'm 15. I'm Courtney, I'm 14.
Welcome to Indianapolis! Woo! 1, 2, 3, go McFarlands!
From an early age, Bernard didn't have much, but he never felt poor because he had plenty of books to read, and he considered the local library his second home.
My kindergarten teacher inspired me to thirst for knowledge. It's all about your mind, expanding your mind.
After graduating from high school and earning a bachelor's degree in history and religion, Bernard found himself a single dad by the time he was 23, determined to be a role model to his young sons.
I am currently a computer specialist for the Indianapolis Public Schools. Unfortunately, I am very much struggling. You don't know how many nights I've laid in the bed and cried, knowing the situation that we're in. I've tried as hard as I can to provide for them. I want them to do great things in this world. Shoot for the moon. If you miss it, reach out and grab a star. I would tell them all the time.
Dedicated to the neighborhood where he was raised, Bernard hoped his boys would have a wonderful childhood there. But things had changed. What was once a young, working-class neighborhood filled with promise had become an area full of problems.
It was just violence all around. On this street alone, most of the people who I looked up to are passing on. The elders were telling me that I needed to be one of the people who helped lift it as I climbed, like they did for me. My mission became to be a light in this community.
Bernard created the Pack House 2000, a program that uses knowledge, discipline, and books to enrich the lives of kids and help them reach their goals. Bernard didn't have a permanent location for his program, so he decided to bring kids to libraries, museums, and cultural events throughout the city. And Bernard does this all from his own pocket.
My father is my hero because he is a good role model to me, and kids in our community can look up to him because there's some people in the neighborhood that don't have fathers. When I see him doing good things, it makes me want to strive to do more. I just want to be like him when I grow up.
Today, Bernard is a mentor and a role model to nearly 100 kids in the community. To a lot of these kids, he is the only positive male figure in their lives.
My name is Donald McKenzie, and I'm 16, and I've been knowing Bernard since I was like 8. Bernard was there to say, maybe you should pick up a pen and pad or a book instead of going to pick up a gun just because it seems like that's what's okay. So I can call him dad and feel like I actually do have a dad.
He teaches me how to read and takes us to the library and the museum. He feels just like a dad to me.
He's been a mentor to my son. He's been actually a mentor to me. When there's chaos going on in the streets, Bernard is there. Here's a book, walk with me, or let's come in my house, let's talk. A lot of people are good people because of what they do. Bernard is a good person because of who he is. He is a wonderful, wonderful man.
While Bernard works relentlessly to rebuild his community, he struggles to support his own kids in a home that is falling apart.
It's just been one thing after another. The air conditioning unit's been down. It is burning up in the summer, and we're freezing in the winter. The plumbing went out. I have the bucket in here now because that's how we flushing the toilet at the present time.
There's not a lot of space for 3 growing teenagers. Middle brother sleeps on the floor and his feet hangs off the bed, and me and my older brother sleep on the sofa bed, and it's broken, so we had to sleep at an angle to keep it from falling on the ground.
I've tried my best to be a homeowner and patch up and everything. You know, I didn't take the responsibility lightly. It was so old, and there's so many little things that go wrong. I just want more for my kids and my community. Please help me to help myself, to help my community and my family.
Wow.
Pretty inspirational, huh?
Yeah.
Incredible guy, right? And this family deserves so much more than this. And I think by helping this family, we're gonna be helping the entire community. So what do you say? Can we do this?
Absolutely.
We'll bring it in here, people. Are you with me?
With you.
Well, then let's do it! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Here we go. Good morning, McFarland family! Bernard, Dominique, Curtis, and Courtney, wake up and come on out here! Good! What's happening? Come on down here! How are you guys?
Wow, it's like a
We're all here. You okay? Hey man, we've seen your tape and seen all the things you do, not only for your family, but for the whole community here. And we're excited to be here for you.
I can't even describe it in words what it means to me. I'm just so glad this bus pulled up.
Yeah, you've kind of been in a tough situation, huh?
Yes, it's been pretty tough. Growing up around the neighborhood like this, we get caught up in the hype, hip-hop scene, but the hard work and learning, school, education, that's where it's all at. Because knowledge is power, you know. I never wanted to give up on my dreams. I never wanted to give up on my community. And I'm glad the community didn't give up on me, my children.
You've been trying to do so much, and the one thing you haven't been able to do is be able to raise your family in a safe house. Well, this week, we're gonna make sure you guys are in a decent house, man. We're gonna take care of that, all right? And you know, the really cool thing is while we're building you a new house, well, you guys are going on a virtuoso vacation to Paris, France! I know you love to show your kids like museums, historical places. Paris, France is at the top of the charts when it comes to that. You guys excited? So we don't have a lot of time. So guys, if you'll hang out with the design team, we'll get this thing started. Sound good? All right, show me the house.
All right, come on in.
Wow, so this is the living room?
Yes.
Now what is this stuff right here?
This is my family. This is my mother and father, my father's father.
Really?
And this is an old marriage certificate of 1865, the first McFarland wedding.
Wow. It's amazing because, you know, when you walk into your home, the one thing you notice right off the bat is what's important to you, and which is your family and your community and the history of that.
Yeah.
What's in here?
This is what I call the office area.
Oh, now what's this right here?
This is like a scrapbook that a friend of mine made for me. She just knew I love history and things that she felt like are near and dear to my heart.
Public library. You spend a lot of time there?
Yeah.
So this is kind of a history of your life in a book. That's cool, man. History is a really huge thing to Bernard. He loves the history of his community. He loves the history of his family. So I think we need to really kind of honor that and preserve some of that history.
This is the kitchen.
Wow, man, this is, oh boy.
Yeah.
You got problems with the ceiling.
It's the bathroom upstairs. Runs down and leaks down into the kitchen.
Oh wait, so this is coming from the toilet? Yeah, that's not good at all.
We don't really use that one as much. We
Okay.
use the one down here on the
That
right.
makes sense.
A little tight squeeze, and this is my bathroom. It's real tight.
Now you guys share this?
Yes.
So how do you turn,
It doesn't work. We use the tub.
That's what that bucket's for, is to wash your hands in the sink? Oh man. Now, is this where you guys take showers, or?
Well, the shower doesn't work. We take baths.
I think what's really sad is that they have to use a bucket not only to wash their hands and brush their teeth, but to just flush the toilet. And I think it's important to note that from looking at this home, you can't measure the man who lives in it by where they live and how they live. You have to measure the man by his heart. You know, we talk about heroes, we talk about role models. This is a guy who really is one, man. So this week, we're giving back to him, and we're gonna build him a house that has a strong foundation, just like he's given to his community. Education is a huge thing, but it's also not cheap. Is college something you want for your kids?
I tell them you must. You know, if I had to go in debt, taking out loans to get them through, you know, but they have to go.
Is there one quote, something that something somebody said that you kind of live by?
Lift as you climb.
Lift as you climb.
As you go up, move up, do things, try to bring somebody along with you, you know, help out. Reach out into the community. It's just a motto that I live by.
You have dreams that are big, but they're not just for you.
No.
And they're not just for your sons. They're for like this whole community.
I had a teacher, remember how when Miss Shields read a book, she could take you anywhere in the world. She was reading about Europe. When she read it, you felt like you were in Europe. As she was reading about space, you felt like you were in space. When I caught the vision of reading and it taking you places beyond your borders, wow. And I want them to get that same feeling.
Well, you know what's really cool?
Mm-hmm.
Is this week, you're not gonna have to read about it, you're actually gonna go to Europe. You know? That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Wow.
Having someone like Bernard in your life can change the direction of it. So Bernard is not just a great man, he's not just a great father, he's a hero of this community because he shows them that to believe in yourself, you can achieve anything. You can climb out of your situation, and if you do, lift someone out with you, lift as you climb. All right, so why don't you show me around?
Coming up.
Now, if you could change some of the things in this community, what would you do?
Just beautification of the neighborhood.
The economy has really affected this neighborhood. People are hurting. And I think what we can try and give this community is what Bernard does, is give them hope. Let's drop some knowledge!
We've got so many projects going on in this community this week.
I truly believe that Extreme Makeover has given the whole community a boost to just take off.
It's the Pack House 2000 band. I've packed players from the golf team, basketball team, and little community events that we do. The transmission is going out, it slips, and the brakes are bad.
Wow.
I bought it from a neighborhood church that was getting rid of it.
So it's a hand-me-down.
Yeah.
I mean, on a big day, how many kids would be here?
Close to 20 kids.
All that tries to happen like right here in your yard?
Oh yeah, there's different programs that we do here, but we don't have all the means to do it, you know, on that level, but we try to do the best we can. A lot of kids never learn how to throw a baseball or how to look up things on the computer to find a book. You know, it's a lot of things that we take for granted, you know, but if you don't teach, a lot of kids will never know.
Bernard created this thing called Pack House 2000. He does this out of his own pocket, out of his own home, and out of a broken down van. You're talking about a guy who opens up his heart and his home to not just his own boys, but a whole community. And he wants to make sure that they have an outlet, that they can play sports, they can read, use education, and they can think about their future. I can't think of a better person to call a hero.
I had the opportunity to walk the neighborhood. It's pretty rough out there. About every other house is either boarded up or abandoned. There's trash all over in the alleys, there's graffiti. And you know, as a kid growing up in that environment, that's not inspiring. We want to help out more than just the McFarland family this week. We want to help this community by putting a new shine on it, bringing the pride back.
So Dominique, do you and your brothers, you come out here, you play a little ball?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who's best?
My brother Curtis, he's the best.
Is he?
Yeah.
So is it a tough neighborhood?
Yeah, but like we're so involved in sports, after school activities, like we don't have time to be out in the streets. The kids that really don't have a father, they have someone to look up to, which is my dad. He's a good man.
So now, when you go to college, what would you want to major in?
Video broadcasting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what you like, what this guy's doing right here?
Yeah, yeah.
You like, do you want to go ahead and put that on your thing and take a look and maybe you can shoot me a little bit? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Here we are in Indianapolis. As we see, we could probably maybe get a new net, maybe fill this hole in over here a little bit. You got me in the picture, right?
Yeah, you're in.
I'm in there, right?
Yes,
Do I look
yes.
okay?
Yes.
I don't need any makeup or anything, do I?
A little booger in the nose.
So I hear you and your brothers are big sports fans and you play a bit, and judging by the amount of medals you've got on the side here, holy moly. Who is the golfer?
Me.
You play golf?
Yep.
So why is it golf then?
Golf is your career lasts longer.
So you want to possibly go professional then?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say that golf doesn't work out, and I hope it does, but let's just say it doesn't. What would be your fallback plan? What have you got lined up?
Business, because my dad always taught us to be a leader, and I figured that business would be somewhere related to that.
So you see yourself in the big office with the nice desk? Yeah. Okay, well listen, show us around and let's see some more of this house.
Okay.
This is your room here?
Mm-hmm.
You share it with everyone, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, where do you sleep?
Right here.
Wow, it's not much room. So what is yours?
Well, the drums, they used to sit right there, and the piano is mine right there.
Where are the drums?
The drums, they had to go out because we got a little bit too big. Like, if you don't have drums, you can just bang on anything that's available.
Gotta improvise? Good, go for it. Let's hear something. I love it! That was amazing. You're awesome. Give me a high five. That is amazing.
When you look at this whole community, do you see it as like a part of you?
Oh, yeah, it is me. I'm nothing but the shoulders that I stand on as far as my family, and this is my community.
Now, if you could change some of the things in this community, what would you do?
Just a beautification of the neighborhood, you know. A lot of houses need work, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done.
Now, who lives here?
That's Malone.
Can I go say hi?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, my name's Ty. How are you?
Dorian Malone.
Dorian Malone, how are you?
What's going on,
Thanks
Malone?
for coming in.
I'm Cynthia.
Hey, Cynthia. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about, you know, this guy, the neighborhood.
He's a great guy, one of the best guys I know. He cares about his neighbors, showing some respect for everybody, and that's what it's all about.
So how are things with you guys?
Well, we've been struggling. Both of us are out of work because of the economy, and it's been a struggle.
Mm-hmm. There been something you've been trying to do here that you haven't been able
Yeah,
to?
well, the back of my house,
It's falling in.
we had a big, bad hailstorm.
Knocked out the
And so from
skylights
there,
and
the water
everything.
got in and it just started to rot away.
You mind showing me a little bit?
Sure.
Oh
Just
my
have
God,
to
this
have
whole
it.
thing's gonna come down, man. I mean, that's eaten up.
I've done a lot of work over here. It just caught up with me.
How long you been laid off?
Since November. That's when I stopped doing it. You know? And I just haven't had the money to fix it. I gotta feed my family. I have a choice.
Hey, well, hang in there, all right? See if we can't help you out this week, all right? Dorian Malone had recently lost his job. And, you know, because of the economy and the situation, they're upon tough times. And so you forget that even though it may look like a rundown neighborhood, this is a community. People know each other. Everyone tries to pull their own weight and help each other out. But you also realize that everyone is going through struggles. Because this community means so much to Bernard, I think there are many things we could do to help a few people out. Oh my God. Here, you got it.
This is the rock, my mother and father.
You look like a proud mom. Hi there, I'm Ty.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. This is the house you grew up in?
Yes. When we moved here 41 years ago, it was nothing like this here. The neighborhood was just, it was upkeep. Houses was all across over there, and we was the youngest couple living in this area at this time.
Well, I tell you what, this man loves this neighborhood.
Yes, he do.
It's really cool to see someone like Bernard who's proud of where he's from.
Yes.
But not just talk about it.
Right, but doing.
Want to really do something about it.
Yeah.
And you don't see that every day. This week, we're honoring a guy who cares about the place he lives. He cares about the community as a whole. And it takes someone who believes that it can be better to make it better. And so we're lifting the spirit not only in one home, but in a few homes. It's a ripple effect that can happen in neighborhoods all over the country. And that is really what this is all about. We got the limo, got all your bags packed. So don't worry about the house. We'll take care of that. You guys just have a good time on vacation, all right? Sound good?
Excited?
You guys ready for Paris?
I'm excited.
Bon voyage. Let's get in the limo.
Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
Be lucky, lads.
Enjoy France. We'll see you in a week. Bye, guys.
Brought to you in part by our partners at Sears.
Okay, so Bernard is all about the history of his community, and I think this house definitely has a history. But I think some things might even be part of this family's future. Who knows?
Bernard McFarland is the pillar of this community. He does an amazing job raising 3 boys on his own while his house is literally crumbling around him. Meanwhile, he's a mentor and a beacon of hope. To see this community come together for Bernard and his family, it's pretty awesome.
Now, design team, we've got a fantastic builder this week. This is Paul Estridge and his team. They're gonna help build a house for this family. Anything you want to say before we kick this off?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, this is one of the hardest times in America. But we are a nation of builders. We build our homes, our businesses, our communities. We build hope and opportunity. And we are here today to build a home for a family that is a model for America. A family that deserves a home that will become a symbol for this neighborhood and for America of hope that when people come together and work together, we can do anything.
Right on. Oh, yes. Now, the family is on vacation. Should we let them know what we're about to do?
Welcome to Paris.
Bonjour.
I always dreamed of, my children seeing different parts of the world. But economically, I wasn't in a position to do those things.
We're at the Louvre, man, the largest museum in the world.
I say the sights and the things that we'll get a chance to see in Paris, nobody can take that away. Nobody.
All of these are Van Goghs. They say he went crazy, and they said you can tell from his painting. This is another one of those ones with the heavy brushstroke.
Hello, McFarland family.
Hi, Ty.
Bernard, boys, I hope you're having a fantastic time on vacation. Bernard, you do so much, man. You started Pack House 2000. You're like a dad to this entire community. And this week, your community is going to give back to you. And they'd like to say hi. Say hi, everybody. Bernard, I have to say, man, I know the road to success is always under construction. Well, this week, we've got the tools we need to ensure success. It's time for graduation. So what do you say, people? Are you ready for demo to commence? Bernard is all about knowledge and education. He said himself, knowledge is power. So why not, if we're gonna demo this house, look at it as they're graduating. And now their future really is so much brighter. So we're gonna have ourselves a commencement demo. People, it is time to say goodbye to this structure. But there are a few important words that I think need to be said. Before you go out and begin to pave your own way, I'm gonna drop some knowledge. Are you ready to drop some knowledge? Let's drop some knowledge!
You gotta be kidding me. Drop that knowledge.
Now, family, that's a whole lot of knowledge.
I love demos, dropping some knowledge. My dad used to tell us back in the day, every time I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you, like, you need to listen to this. I got some knowledge for you. Dropping some knowledge on the house. I like the creative.
Remember, don't let obstacles stand in your way. Break down walls and
seeing my house demolished, I mean, it really started to hit home, like graduating to bigger and better things. And I did have a close bond with that home, but you have to let that go. And it was commencement. It couldn't have been a more fitting thing. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh, man. Well, Bernard, we have broken down some walls and barriers, man. It's sort of like what you've done in this community. And I know times are tough, and everybody's hurting, but what's amazing is you found a way to really lift the spirits in this community. Who knows? We might even be able to do a little bit more. So guys, have a great time on vacation, and we'll see you when you get back. Bye, guys! Woo!
Right on, Tom. Right on, man. Right on.
Okay, it's day 3, and we've got our forms in place, and the foundation is about to be poured for the beginning of a brand new house for this family. But this week, we're not just building a house. Bernard is absolutely passionate about this community, and he'd love to have a place where the kids could come together, where they could play, but they could also learn. Knowledge is power, and we want to give them that gift. So we're building a library, and that's what I call a solid foundation.
When we build a house in 7 days, it takes a lot of volunteers and a lot of equipment. Can't do without this or these guys. How's it going, guys? Thanks a lot.
Okay, friends, so this week I'm working on Courtney's bedroom. Now, this lad wants to one day be an executive of his own company. Now, to make his bedroom this week, I'm going to turn it into an executive suite. Me and the volunteers are going to build a beautiful big couch that will double up as his bed, and then me and the volunteers are also going to build a beautiful executive desk that will take pride of place in that bedroom. Now, as you know, friends, I like to get involved in my room and get inspiration, so I've worn my best suit. Just worried about getting a little bit dirty, that's all.
Hey, Ed, you might want to get that suit cleaned.
Don't have to worry about getting it dirty, do I?
All right, right now I'm working on Curtis's bed. Now, before he was on a mattress and shared a room with his brothers. Well, not anymore. He's gonna have his own bed right here, but check out how cool this is. When he wants to listen to music and hang out with his friends, this bed is gonna convert into a couch. So he'll be able to come on over here, write, produce music, hang out with his friends, and finally have a space of his own.
So this week, I'm taking care of Bernard. Now, this is an amazing man who truly believes in the power of knowledge, especially when it comes to reading. And he feels that when you open a book, you take a journey, whether it to be to Europe, undersea, into space. And when he comes home, I want him to walk into that room, and I want him to take a journey to a place he's never been to. Now, just like a good book, you don't really want to spoil it by telling you the ending. I'm only going to tell you this. I get the feeling it's going to be a happy ending.
Okay, things are really moving along here in Dominique's newsroom. Now, actually, I am not in Dominique's newsroom. I am in the TV studio here in Indianapolis. That's a green screen over there, and look at all the stuff they have. Same kind of things we want to get in Dominique's room. Desks, computers, cameras, I think even an anchorman.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome. I'm using one of the computers working on the evening weathercast.
Let me tell you what I need here. I have a 15-year-old boy, Dominique, who absolutely, he wants to work in a newsroom. So, Kevin, what are some of the things I'm going to need?
Well, one of the things that we have on our desk, which is really cool, this big monitor on the front, Storm Team is big and bold.
So I need to have a logo just for Dominique. What else?
We're going to head out to the chroma key wall.
Gotcha.
And that's actually going to be part of the design that you will put in.
I had the opportunity to meet the meteorologist, and he helped me out with a lot of things. The green screen is a integral part to telling the news, especially for the weatherman. He showed me how to point, because if you're gonna point west, you gotta point east. If you're gonna point east, you gotta point west. I'll tell you what, Dominique has his work cut out for him.
You have so much energy, but I gotta give you one thing. And I've got to go to work. Okay. You can stay and play. There's a light from up there. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Kevin. I can help you in the 6 o'clock news. Watch, I'm getting better. Oh, there's San Francisco. Kevin, I'm telling you. I'll let myself out, thanks.
say, man, the new house is really coming together. We got the roof trusses going in, the framing's going on. In his old house, the plumbing didn't work. They couldn't even use the bathroom. Now, we've got brand new plumbing. And I tell you what, it's unbelievable. We've already got stairs going into the second story. And it reminds me of what Bernard said. He said, lift as you climb. Right now, I'm climbing the stairs to the second story. And we're gonna be lifting the spirits of this community with that library right next door.
Okay, so this is the library. This is a place where Bernard can continue to mentor the children of this community. Now, what does every library need? It needs books and lots of them. So far, we have over 20,000 books donated. So if you do the math on that, that means that this will actually be a 20,000-story building. Fascinating.
Yo, design team, Paulie, Ed. Hey, Michael, please, let me talk to you guys for a second. I know you're busy with your projects, but here's the thing, man. There's a lot of people that are going through hard times around here. So if you get a chance, walk around, meet some of these people, and if there's anything we can do to help some of them, let's do it, okay?
Great.
Sounds good, bro.
This week, what we're gonna try and do is follow in Bernard's footsteps. You know, I think he lifts the spirits of this community. And when you drive around the streets and you see how people are living, people are hurting, the economy has really affected this neighborhood. And I think what we can try and give this community is what Bernard does, is give them hope.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Doing good,
Hey,
man.
how you doing?
What's your name?
Mark Smith.
Mark Smith, nice to meet you. Ed
Yes, sir.
Sanders. Now, you obviously know that we're in the neighborhood
Yes,
building
sir.
a new house for Bernard and his boys.
Yes, sir. Since I've known him, he always had a passion for kids and helping people out. And he has a basketball court over there, and I always notice kids coming over, and he has a golf league for kids and does a lot of programs. I have 2 small boys myself, and he's a mentor to them.
Really?
Yes, sir. Some people put on this earth to help others, and he's one of them.
So, this is your house?
Yes, sir.
It looks like it could do with a coat of paint personally,
Coat of paint, yes, sir.
It's not until you start talking to Mark that you realise of the effect that Bernard has had on him and his 2 boys. The problem Mark has got, he said, he's so busy with looking after his kids that he's not been able to, take care of the outside of his home. With us guys being here this week, we can focus on planting trees, repainting houses, re-roofing houses. By the time Bernard comes back, he will have a beautiful little community here, and that's the one thing he's always wanted.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Very good, thank you. I'm Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Nice to meet you, Pam.
How you doing?
I think a big part of what Bernard does here in this community is he teaches these kids the history of it, the history of his neighbors. Ms. Evans is 86 years old. She certainly has seen this community go from a thriving community to a very, very depressed community.
Can you tell me a little bit about the neighborhood?
It changed quite a bit. The community was so vibrant that we would just play in the street. So everybody knew everybody.
You've played with Bernard since he's been, you guys been alone together, right?
Yep, sure have.
It seemed like he's just one of mine.
One of yours?
Yes.
What are some of the things we might be able to do this week to help you out?
The sidewalks and the ramp and
The sidewalk and the ramp.
And I was coming up the ramp and I fell. I fell in the next yard.
When you hear Ms. Evans' story, your heart goes out to her. You want to make sure that she's helped. Bernard does as much as he possibly can, but as far as fixing those things that need to be fixed, that's our job this week.
Dorian?
Yes.
Good to meet you. I'm Paige.
Nice to meet you.
Can I talk to you for a sec?
Yeah,
Come
sure.
on out here. How you doing?
Okay, it's been a struggle from time to time, but it's a real good neighborhood.
Yeah? Have you lived in this neighborhood for a long time?
18 years.
Wow. And what's going on with you and your house?
I put new siding on it, put new windows on it, and then we had a big hailstorm, and it started punching holes in my house. And then I was trying to get that repaired,
Right.
and I lost my job, and the back of my house is falling in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can see where right here the hail hit that, and it's rotted out the front of that. Right now, it's just nothing I can do.
Yeah. Well, I have a little surprise for you. They didn't just come for Bernard. We're gonna have a few people come over and help you paint and help you replace some of this wood and help you kind of get back on your feet. Would that be all right with you?
Are you serious?
Yes. Yeah.
It's okay.
Come here, guys. Come on in. Come on in.
community is so important to Bernard, and he does everything that he can to make this community a better place.
Let's go, let's go!
So we're not just building a house this week, we're building a library and helping the neighbors kind of spruce up the houses that they have and really trying to make a difference in this community.
I love you. Without you, you know, this earth wouldn't be worth living on. And I hope anybody that sees this see what being a real American's all about.
We're trying to save the McFarlands a lot of money on basically their utilities. So this is an energy-efficient solution to heating and cooling your house. It's called geothermal technology. We're digging down about 200 feet into the earth. The earth has a constant temperature, so you can use it to heat and cool your home. It's great for the family, it's great for the planet, everybody wins. But you do sometimes get a little dirty, but that's what Earth's all about.
So friends, every budding executive needs an executive desk to do their work on, and this is the desk we're going to build for young Courtney. It has two huge red oak full circle arches underneath. Now to create that arch with the red oak, we take very, 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 very thin slats of red oak and we bend it around this big round kind of circular form like so. Now before I can actually glue and bend the oak round, I've got to nail on the last couple of pieces of ply. Now these actually stop. They stop. Change my suit. Paulie!
Dominique is all about news broadcasting. Lots of things in news broadcasting. Lights, cameras, green screens, truss work. One of the key elements, though, is an anchor's desk. By day, regular bookshelf. At night, when we're producing the news, our desk opens up. We have our news anchor desk. On the anchor, we have our truss around us. Lights from Dominique Dante McFarland's broadcasting studio. That's the way it is.
Got some landscaping that needs to go in. Wrapping up some last-minute touch up.
How are you?
Looks like you guys are busy at work here.
We are.
It's looking great.
It is looking good.
You must be very proud.
We're very proud, but most of all, we're moved deeply by all the people that came out and gave us their time, talents, and treasures to make this happen.
And it's not just here. I mean, you look around this neighborhood and, you know, people are helping me down at the Malone's place and I see people planting trees and there's so many things that are going on in this neighborhood. What does this mean to you?
It tells us that there's tremendous desire in Indianapolis to see this kind of thing happen in the neighborhoods and for families like Bernard's.
Yeah.
I was completely unprepared to experience the genuine outpouring of people from central Indiana. Over 5,000 people volunteered. We're going to repaint, re-roof, and rehab 22 homes in the neighborhood. I think that this is going to change people's lives, and I think this is inspired by the heart of Bernard. He's been doing it on his own, but now he's got a little bit of extra help.
Looking good, ladies, looking good. Ms. Evans, Pam, how are you?
Fine, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. What do you think of all this?
I'm happy. So happy.
Well, what do you say we let Bernard and the boys know what we're doing here? You think that's a good idea?
Yes.
To Paris. To Paris.
Today, I teach you to make scraps.
Here's some chocolate.
Spread your toppings. Spread it on the corner.
Hey, Bernard, boys, hope you guys are having a great time on vacation.
Hi, Polly.
I am here on Ms. Evans and Pam's porch, and a few people who would love to say hello to you. Say hello, everyone. So, Bernard, check out some of these changes we're making here. You remember those old concrete steps? They're all gonna be brand new poured concrete steps here. That sidewalk that was falling apart, we've gotten it all dug up, and the coolest thing is the ramp right behind my shoulder that goes all the way up to Ms. Evans and Pamela's porch. Now, I know Ms. Evans love to say a few words to you, so I'm gonna let them do that right now.
Hey, Ms. Evans.
Bernard, I can't thank you enough for doing things for us, and you've done an awful lot for the neighborhood. It's just wonderful. Just keep on keeping on.
So, Bernard, that's what's going on just here at the Evans' house, but check out what's going on all over this neighborhood.
Hello, fellas. Now, I'm pacing the streets in your community, Bernard, that you truly have made a massive difference in. And it's pretty fair to say you've well and truly sunk your roots into this place. Now, we've taken a little lead from you, and we've planted a few roots of our own. Try 1,000 of them. By the end of the week, 1,000 new trees will be lining the streets of this community to try and create that dream community that you've always wanted.
Hello, McFarland family.
How you doing?
You can remember, I mean, this entire back of this house was rotted out, was missing siding. It went through a hailstorm. Since then, Dorian had fallen on some hard times, and we're doing everything that we can to fix this place up. We've got so many projects going on in this community this week. Isn't that right, guys? Yeah! Check this out.
Bonjour, McFarland family. I know you guys are having an awesome time in Paris. You know, Bernard, I know that you work with computers and you know the value of the education that's available online. Well, check this out right here. This is wireless internet access that's going to be provided free of charge to your entire community for up to 3 miles. It's pretty amazing, but what's even more amazing, we have over 100 laptop computers that we'll be giving to the children of your community, Bernard. You started this good work. We're thrilled to help out. Enjoy the rest of your vacation. We can't wait till you get back. Say goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
To see how Extreme Makeover went out into the community and not only touched just my family's life, but the lives of everybody a part of it, it was awesome. I believe it's going to be more unity. It's going to be more working within the community to achieve a common goal of making Martindale Brightwood the best community that it could be. I truly believe that Extreme Makeover has given a whole community and city a boost to just push this out into orbit, to just take off.
Right on, boy. I love it.